Ladies and gentlemen,
Boys and girls.
welcome back to Solo Queue Legends 4. We've got quite the game for you guys ready today. Sojaded, personal friend of mine,
hmm
also likes to give me
Personal enemy
massages.
of mine.
Personal enemy of
Yeah,
yours.
sort of my rival. You know, when I'm
Rival.
playing at Challenger Elo, he's always picking support against my jungle, and
Jeez.
yeah, it's rough.
Absolute
He always
savage.
shit talks me. He always says that he's the best Shaco player in Toronto,
hmm
and I personally think that's a load of horse.
Load of Horse. Well, Horse has been banned out. Soraka being taken away.
Hmm
Pretty prominent hero as far as sustaining the bot lane is concerned. Maybe Sojaded probably. I think that's a targeted ban. Nidalee a little bit more of a general ban, and we have seen Zed banned away today and Diana as well. Just
Yeah.
pretty much just high damage threats are
hmm
like what's taken off the table.
Yeah. I do like the Nidalee. We saw how strong that was last game. I think so. Jaded might be going for A to carry this game. So it surprises me why he would ban out Lulu.
Hmm. Maybe he feels confident with the picks that he has available to himself. Maybe his support or his
I
mid
bet
lane.
this is going to be a first pick A to carry. If I had
Udyr
to
being
guess.
taken away.
Ah,
Ooh, Lucian,
there
great
she
choice.
is.
It's a really good choice. That's good.
Kog'Maw is available still, however.
Like I'm calling a 20-minute game. Like
Oh, yeah.
Lucian's
Win
like
or
a
lose.
like Lucian is such a snowbally champ. Like I think Sojaded could do wonders with
Yeah,
Lucian.
yeah, I agree. He's really
Um,
good at right clicking. He is, man. I'm telling you the truth.
yeah. But if this Lucian's locked in, maybe it's a 20-minute win for the purple team.
Yeah, potentially. I think that this is another bot team, maybe? I'm not sure. I'm just so bad at remembering people's names, unfortunately. Popcorn sounds familiar, but I don't remember if he was one to draft. Anyways, um, they've got some higher players on their team. I remember for sure. JPP definitely at the higher end of the tier list here. Caitlyn locked in. Lee Sin locked in.
So Caitlyn's gonna be. I think it's a good pickup against Lucian.
hmm
I know Sojaded's a phenomenal player. I mean, not to discredit him in any way, but Caitlyn, just the matchup itself is just really taxing on a Lucian.
hmm
Especially pre-6. Like, it's just like Lucian can't clear waves yet without his ultimate, and, you know,
Yeah. You know, the thing is, Lucian, Caitlyn, they're both pretty damn good in lane. But I think that Sojaded is good enough of an AD carry that he can help with that wave control, you know what I mean? As long as the
true,
support is with him.
true.
But if he doesn't have a support that is like a good player, like a high elo,
Perfect.
can like match up with him, then he could be in trouble. Yeah, Lucian Braum obviously so strong.
Jeez. Braum is also one of the top picks right now
hmm
in the meta, and I think that's because, to combat the poke that a lot of teams are building
Yeah.
nowadays, especially with, Corki being prominent or Nidalee or, it's just good. And it's just they've got such a great disengaged team already. Like it's like Lee Sin, what are you doing? Like it's such an anti-Lee Sin team already. Um, we've got Poppy to put. Oh, you don't pick Wukong into this team. You
Yeah,
don't.
you
You
definitely do pick
absolutely
Tarek though.
really.
hmm
It's a good pickup against Lucian.
hmm
Mhm.
hmm hmm
Mhm. Oh, but there's another very
You
situational
could see
pick.
a Bardzillion.
Maybe that would be really, really annoying, and it would be an interesting kind of like counter to what they're building. Like they've got a great disengaged team, but that means that purple team will survive a lot longer
hmm
in particular fights. But the Morgana is like okay, you're not gonna get into that team. You're not getting in there.
No, definitely not. Um, yeah, that's kind of the problem with the solo queue hero though, is that it winds up people just being like, yeah, I play Wukong,
Mhm.
you know, and I'm just gonna play Wukong top. That's it. And like he blind picks Wukong. You don't know if that's a Poppy jungle. You don't know what, right?
Mhm. And they've got the Lissandra. It's like I don't even know what to say right now. They've got the Darius. It's going to be interesting to see how he fares in the jungle. Obviously, I think, my personal opinion, one of the weakest junglers
I
of
think
all
it's
time.
probably gonna be a Darius top with a Poppy jungle.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. Sorry, didn't think about that. But yeah, you're right. That works out. What do you think about the Darius Wukong matchup?
I think Darius is gonna smash Wukong.
Well, I mean, like you never know, right? We thought that
I definitely do not know. I'm not master in these matchups here,
Mhm.
but just from my experience with Darius, he's just so freaking strong in lane, man. You just
Mhm.
can't. And Wukong needs to go in to fight him, right?
Yeah,
So
it's true. But I mean, like, there'll come a certain point where Wukong will just out damage Darius. I just think Darius. The reason why I don't like Darius is that he's such a ticking time bomb. Like, it's just there's only a like if he doesn't get rolling, it's tough.
hmm
It's like an uphill battle with Darius. But
hmm
fortunately for him, actually, hold on. Before I get onto that random thought that I don't think is really relevant, who has more damage on this on both? I think purple team definitely has a lot more damage than blue team. They're a lot more tankier, but how are they going to sustain the damage throughout the fight?
yeah, there's a lot more like upfront damage coming out from this purple team, whereas you've got just the constant
Sustained.
low CC or
Yeah.
low CDs from Renans on that Lysandra. She can pump up a Q every like 3-4 seconds. Then Sojaded, jumping in and out, getting his passive. Darius obviously spreading the bleeds out, and it's just they've got a good overall kind of. They've got disengage, they've got engage, they've got CC, they've got everything they really need in a team comp. Whereas on the flip side, they don't really have any disengage, really. They've got some CC coming out from the traps. They've got some CC, like they can siege very, very well with that Vigar. But if they don't find themselves in a siege situation, or
Hmm.
if they get engaged on really hard, they're going to be in a lot of trouble.
I think although I don't really like purple team's composition, I'm not a huge fan.
It,
I
it,
think that they picked decent champions to face off against this disengage.
mhm.
And with the Lysandra pick into Morgana, like knowing that there's a Morgana, that you're facing a Morgana, I think that the Morgana actually turned out to be a good pick as opposed to a pick that I wasn't really enjoying. But the problem here is that Morgana really needs to be a skilled player and pick the right people to spell shield. It's very crucial.
Yeah.
Very, very crucial.
Yeah, I think that if these purple team does get in a situation where they've got a 5-on-5 mid lane fight where they're split pushing, or sorry, not split pushing, where they are just poking, they can maybe get a lot of damage with the Vigar. They can siege very well. It's going to be hard. It's going to be so hard because they don't have. It's more. It's not like a poke comp. It's a siege comp. Where they can set up the traps. They can have the Morgana to prevent the hard engage. They've got the Vigar to drop the cage down. They've got the kick if they
You're
need it.
right.
And that's where the Wukong doesn't fit, right? You could have something that either pokes
Hmm.
or is a split pusher or something like that. I don't think Wukong is going to be able to split push. Like basically, when you have something like a Wukong that dives that hard, you want it to come in after you've poked them down,
Hmm.
sort of like a Riven, sort of like something like that. It just doesn't. It just doesn't really fit.
You know what I think would have been a pretty good pickup instead of Wukong? Illoi.
Yeah, for sure.
That would have been a really good pickup. Great tanky front line, does tons of damage
hmm
with little items.
Yep.
Just really, really good pickup against this team because I know that Illoi really needs to engage, but um, Morgana would set that up. Vagar would set that up.
hmm
Like it's not Illoi's responsibility to set it up.
Yeah.
But the only way that I see Wukong in this particular case is he's going to need to flank.
Yeah.
That's his job, really. He's
Yeah.
not going to be able to
Yeah.
walk in. He's not going to be able to do anything. And if blue team is really smart about their movements, they'll catch Wukong every single
Yep.
time.
Yep. All they need to do is drop a pink ward where they're fighting.
Or just Poppy just emergency R.
hmm
Just
hmm Yeah. It's like picking Wukong into a Tom Kench. He can just eat you.
yeah.
It's basically the same
Or
thing.
like Alistar. Just
Yeah.
peace,
Yeah.
adios,
Yeah.
later.
All right, here we go. We are into the game. It is going to be once more Sojaded taking on Popcorn.
I think both of these players, both of these teams rather, have a lot to prove. I think Sojaded most likely won his last game.
I would imagine so. He is definitely one of the favorites coming into the tournament. I do believe he's the third highest seeded, maybe the fourth highest seeded,
Yeah.
and yet another member on the University of Toronto esports team. He is used to be the coach does have a lot of experience shot calling and macro calling and
Yeah.
all that good stuff. Normally a support player. I do believe he moved from the coaching position into the support position. Plays a lot of like things like Janet Top and goofy stuff like that. So cool dude. Let's see if he can carry his team.
We are seeing some interesting movements from the blue side. They decided to stay as a unit on the red side jungle, probably in case Sojaded decided to invade with his team. But just a standard start from both teams. Lee Sin going to be starting with the Gromp, and Poppy going to be starting with the Gromp as well on the other side. But
How do you feel about this mid lane matchup?
Lissandra into Veigar. Well, I think whenever I play Lissandra, I find her to be really mana heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Veigar, I don't think will have like a lot of that problem, especially with whatever item he decides to build first. Right, very crucial. Whatever Veigar builds first will decide like what he's really into. I think I don't know. I think it's a skill matchup.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, it's I think once Veigar hits the point where he can get enough damage out before where he can kill Lissandra before she can ult, that's crucial. If he can't kill her before she gets the ult off and she can like essentially Zonya some of that damage, then I think it'd probably go her favor.
Yeah. Wukong already taking a little bit of damage from Darius. That's also
that's the matchup that really counts this game. I think is that top lane matchup. I think bottom is probably going to go in the favor of Sojaded. They just got such a strong duo there with the Braum and Lucian.
Yeah. I could probably tell that was Sojaded's like choice. Pick Braum. They weren't hovering over Braum before. They were hovering over. Ooh. Yeah. Great damage onto Darius.
Really bad play by Ignis actually, using his Q and not being certain of the range. So using a CD for free, and then being in range to get engaged on again, it was just really bad. You know what I mean? Right in front of the Wukong, obviously, you're going to go back in there and try and trade.
Here's the problem, though. Darius has the minion wave advantage, and he's got the momentum. I don't think Wukong's going to be able to pick up this CS here, because he just farms terrible under tower. I mean, if he uses his abilities, sure, but that's mana. That's mana costly.
Yeah, he does have the longsword going up against the Doran's shield, so sustainability-wise, he's got the potions, but overall, Darius will be in a good spot.
Fortunately for Wukong, however, Lee Sin's making his way to that top side. He does have quite a lot of HP, so he's going to be able to, if he decides to, he really should rotate towards this Darius, but Darius, oh my god. Nice. Really, really close.
Yeah, he got him on the edge there, too. That was massive.
Here comes Poppy. Here comes the shield. Just Pure in a little bit of trouble, having to flash out. Turns it around with the Piltover Peacemaker, but Poppy falls dangerously low, able to make it out. Not exactly the fight that they wanted. Exhaust and Flash and Heal used from blue side, and Flash and Flash. 2 flashes just used for red side. So I think at the end of the day, worth it for red side.
Yeah, I would say so. Definitely, especially because they got vision and knowledge of where that Poppy was. I think that's some good info to have. That's the intangibles.
And like a 3-for-2.
Lee Sin looking to find something in the mid lane. The stun comes out.
Here we go. Actually,
I forgot she could do that too. That's pretty freaking OP.
That's pretty good in the matchup.
Yeah.
Veigar needs to be a little bit more precise with his cages.
He does. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where all the skill comes from with Veigar, really.
Yeah.
Farming your Q and hitting those.
Whoa!
Hello?
Mom Spaghetti. That was
like 80 carry. Where the hell are you, man? I'm setting this shit up for you. Are you warding right now? What the hell, man? Just Pure is dropping traps in the bush. Ball's tilted. You can tell. You can tell.
That's funny. Poppy is in that bot side again, making her way to Raptors or Wraiths. But the ward will spot her out, so they will know. They will have tabs on where she is in the jungle. Lee Sin has yet to make a move, and I always kind of get worried as a Lee Sin approaches level 6 and doesn't do anything yet. It's always a little worrisome. So we will see how that pans out, because you can't be level 8 and do your first gank, right? Like it's not how the world works, Lee Sin. It doesn't work on your time. He could have ganked Darius in the top lane. He could have been...
yeah, he really needs to support his Wukong. If he's going to, go for something that risky, and he's not gonna back him up. It's questionable. It's really questionable. He needs to be able to get him ahead. That looks to be where he's going, up towards the top side. I think that is the right choice. I mean,
in my mind, I'm a terrible jungler. I probably play exactly like this Lee Sin. He's probably doing wraiths. He's going to wraiths.
Yeah, he's trying to maximize his time. He's trying to maximize his efficiency in the jungle. I'm just so worried about this Wukong. You know what I mean? I don't like to see violence against animals.
Yeah.
And especially this big, like, weird lumberjack dude taking it out on this monkey man.
Yeah.
Like, leave Goku alone, dude.
Poppy making her way to the top lane, possibly, or just hovering around. Actually doing Skull Crab. That's going to be some good vision.
Yeah, it's really good.
I don't think it's really important as you have vision on both sides of the river, kind of looking out. But
trying to find that Lee Sin. If she can find that Lee Sin and she can start not necessarily fighting him, I'm pretty sure she would lose every fight, but just kind of track him. Every single one of your lanes is winning right now. Look at the CS in mid lane, 52 to 35. Bottom lane, not bad at all. And then in the top lane, obviously, they've got 36 to 27.
To be honest, I do think that the game's relatively even right now.
Yep.
And what concerns me is that nobody's made any aggressive plays. I think that bot lane needs to be like a little bit more aggressive, or maybe they're just respecting them too much. Maybe respecting them.
I think Sojaded is just so chill with farming down here. He doesn't know maybe anything about his support.
It's true.
Doesn't know if he wants to go in. He's just fine. He's just going to farm lane. He doesn't know where the jungler is. He doesn't know where Lee Sin is. I'm just going to chill, homie. Does AD carry?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
After seeing that play, I think you're right. I think you're 10,000% right. I think he's just playing it.
Lee Sin is creeping. Creepy crawling.
I think maybe they put their weakest player on support because Sojaded knew that he could carry that lane, and then everybody else got what they wanted.
Yeah,
logically, that probably sounds correct.
I kind of think that might be how it is. But I mean, that's a role player, man. Every team needs a role player.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I don't mean like dressing up. I mean like you gotta, if maybe I
You're
almost
cosplaying as a
I almost
support?
said she. Jesus.
You're cosplaying as a support. Ooh, so jaded.
Nice shield, good shield.
Oh, here's the ultimate. Lissandra making her way downtown, walking around. Here comes the ultimate, but a little bit too soon. The teleport from Veigar not going to be enough to finish off whoever he was targeting. Here's the teleport from Darius, who came right at the perfect time to get face planted by a snare from Morgana. Wukong's going to stay in that top lane, keep his TP, and this overall advantage for red side, but blue team could turn this around with a dragon objective. But no, they decide against it. So unfortunately, Darius has to walk all the way back to that top lane.
Yeah, that's pretty fortunate for Wukong, I've got to say.
Oh, but this is where things get a little bit dicey. First blood, going over to Sojaded. That's exactly what they need.
Not bad, not bad. Almost 10 minutes before I see first blood. That's not very common this early on in a solo queue hero tournament. Solo queue legend, rather.
Ooh, I don't know what's going on here. Here comes the kick. Maybe, maybe not. The turnaround, but the huge flash kick from Lee Sin, though. The double dunk, going to be double dipping. Triple kill for red team.
He basically just flash kicked himself in the ass. Okay, so the thing is, when you play against these diamond players, man, you can't just go up and just like throw a Q out. You gotta know what you're doing. You gotta hit your abilities. Otherwise, you're gonna get outplayed. You're gonna get 1v2'd, man, or 2v2'd. Like if you're going in for that, you gotta make sure you're hitting your abilities. You gotta flash kick him into a wall and follow up with a Q. You can't, throw a Q and then it just doesn't work like that, man. It just doesn't work like that. You gotta know your champion. You gotta know what your damage does. You gotta play your best.
Yeah. It was just a joke, man. It was just a joke. It was just a joke. I'll get him next time. That's probably what he's telling his teammates, but Darius really confident now. He's got that Ravenous. Oh, but that fake.
Hello. I think the balls fall off of him when he is in his clone. So, I mean, like the basketballs that are on fire.
Yeah.
Swirling around him.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I thought I was thinking about something else.
So he, I think you can tell maybe if it's the real one or not, but I don't know.
Ooh,
about that
Lysandra.
interaction.
Here's the Wukong teleport, though. Gonna maybe be able to turn this around.
This
They don't
actually
know that he's there.
could be
Here's
really
the
big.
turnaround. Huge ultimate from Lysandra. Gonna take him away. Turnaround snare from Morgana. I really thought that Wukong was gonna ult there, but I guess not.
Yeah, he definitely needed that black shield. Unfortunately, he got nothing.
That's just bad news.
It's kind of the story of the red team this game. They're not getting anything here. They're trying for a lot of things, but they're just not getting anything. Easy Yee, I believe, is his
Whoa, that knock-up. He's got SpaghettiOs on tap, but the kick. You can't just throw your kick out and not expect. But the Q, you could Q over that wall, but you don't know your champion. He war jumped there. Veigar coming. Is he gonna make it out alive?
Looks like he does.
It's pretty good.
Looks like he does.
But I think you can really tell he doesn't know his champion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's hard to say. It is very hard to say. Lee Sin, you know, you can just be a decent Lee Sin player. You can be a godlike Lee Sin player. You can be a very mediocre Lee Sin player. And you can be all three in one game, too.
Oh, with Jonah. The ultimate? Mom Spaghetti.
There's a lot of names we noticed in this tournament that are L, like
L.
like Peter L, lol, and
L.
Jonah,
Jonah.
Reddit.
I read it. I think you know what. I think I would say this Lee Sin player is better than me, better than my Lee Sin.
Don't put yourself down like that, man.
No, you know what I think it is. I think he's nervous. I think he's nervous. I
Maybe
think that's
it's-
exactly what it is
maybe it's
because
the mouse.
he's farming very
Maybe
well.
It's the,
His pressure isn't that bad.
maybe
I just think he's
maybe it's
nervous.
nothing. Maybe he's not used to the monitor. You know, maybe it's a Mac that he's playing on. He's playing on a PC.
Wukong,
Look
the
at these-
juke.
see, that's what I mean. I
What a
think
god.
The basketballs fall off. Well, I'm pretty sure.
Ooh, the kick. He's following it up.
There
He's
you
got
go.
the connection.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
here's Sojaded with the turnaround. How do you let your ADC die there? And you're about to get 2v1. Here's the turnaround. The double kill from
Oh!
Sojaded.
Nice.
Oh
Get that by
my
Morgana.
goodness
See-
gracious.
Oh, that's the thing, man. Like, when somebody's that good at a champion, you need to, like, that was Caitlyn's fault there. Caitlyn needed to run towards the Lee Sin. You can't run away from the Lee Sin, you know what I mean? Not only can he body block the culling, but he also, you know, he just, like, ran away from him. What is he going to do? There's minions in the way. Creep block is savage in this game.
He is 5-0.
Oh, I think this could be the end of a Wukong.
He's been surviving.
Yeah.
That's what he's been doing.
Yeah.
That's it. He's
Yeah.
been surviving. Oh, Morgana, honey, baby, caught between a Poppy and a Braum. Not exactly what you want, but the perfect time for the shield. Spell immune, not going to be enough yet. But the flash from Poppy going to knock her up. Here's the ultimate. Not going to be enough, or not going to be long enough. But Poppy biting off a little bit more than she can chew. And
Morgana, she's carrying this game. Look at that, 2 kills.
oh, baby, here's the oh, misses the Q. But here comes Darius's ability to turn it around. Dunks onto the clone. Not going to be what you want. Here comes the kick once again. And JP times 8 gets the kill onto Darius.
Did you count out all of those Ps? Because I think there's more than 8.
There's more than 8. But I was just, ooh. Here's the magician fight to the death. Oh, but the flash! Here it comes, boys. Popcorn
Yeah.
picks that one up. That was a little dicey, but almost doesn't count. in this
I
case.
feel like she needs to ult herself in that situation. I don't know if it is good to ult the Veigar.
I think you need your mouse, you need your fingers on Alt R, and then as soon as Veigar ults, you need to like ult yourself like right away, because that negates, that puts a cooldown on his ultimate.
Yeah, I think if you're like on top of him, that's really how you want to fight him. It's also way harder to hit your stun that way when you're standing right on top of the dude.
Yeah, this bot lane really is the tried and true of this team, and Veigar of course as well. I think they're really trying to keep up with Sojaded, and they're not doing a terrible job. They're even in gold. Sojaded has all the gold on his team, so if he's dead, it doesn't mean it's over. It's really
pretty
over.
much, yeah. Poppy's been doing pretty nicely. She's, you know, one of those champions that does scale up. Lysandra, doing all right. Not terrible. Went for that ROA build, which, ROA is really good these days. And then top lane, we got Darius, who's going to be a pretty tanky monster.
If he decides to even build a tank item.
Fair
He has pushed in that top lane turret faster than last game's Udyr.
That's true.
So kudos to him.
That is true.
But will he have the same effect as Udyr? I don't think so. Lee Sin's not going to be top.
Well, he didn't buy tier, that's for sure. So already he's at least more optimal in his build. Hey, man.
Oh my goodness. Ooh, Poppy came in at a little bit of a wrong time.
Yeah, these ganks do seem forced. I think Poppy keeps coming down bottom, and so does this
Oh
Lysandra.
my
Yeah,
god. Perfect play from this bot lane.
It's
Perfect
really,
play.
It seems really forced. Sojaded is probably like, yeah, guys, we can go kill bottom, we can dive bottom, like all this stuff. So like, oh, okay, guys, like we're going, like okay, we're ganking, and then it doesn't work out. Good old, there you go.
There you go. Got him.
Popcorn.
Oh.
Oh, is he doing it? No,
His
he's
mind's telling him no. They get the snare onto Braum, poking around. They do have the vision of the enemy team there. TP available for absolutely no one but Darius, so he might be able to join the fight if he decides to flank. They're actually doing a lot of damage. Just Pure is putting in a lot of work, and I would say it's safe to bet that at the end of the game, Caitlyn's going to have more damage than Lucian, which is crazy to say, which is absolutely crazy to say because Jaded is the most fed on his team, but Caitlyn's just putting in work. Considering she has just one item, she's going to be down an item sooner or later. Oh, no. Poppy finds him. Morgana throws him up, knocks him up, not in the way that you think. It takes that kill.
Ragdoll. Poppy's messed up, man. I don't care what they say. What they've changed about it, that champion's still freaking weird, man. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Savage.
They might be able to take this.
That's
mid
mind
lane
game
turret.
right there. It's like, yo, bro, you know I could kill you. I'm just gonna let you live. Like
Great zoning.
that's like where you can get the kill and you queue in and then you ward hop out before
Yeah.
your Q connects.
I do that on ARAM all the time.
That's I've seen your ARAMs. I've seen your ARAMs, my friend.
They're good.
Uh-huh.
My ARAMs are good.
Yeah, your Lee Sin mechanics are up to par. Your Galio mechanics, not so much.
Yeah. Sure.
Sorry to put you
Yeah.
on blast.
All right, guys.
There's a reason that we're casting and not playing.
Jackson will be taking over for the rest of this game.
Yeah. So
My
if this
tiers are
was
fully
me
stacked.
right here, I'd be playing AP Shaco top lane with a tier rush.
Oh, kicks him right into absolutely nothing. But the combined damage is going to be enough. And Jay, 10 times P.
Okay, let's count this out. 1, 2. He needs to stop moving though. Like,
you can just use that.
all right. Well, that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
15.
I think.
JP15.
Yeah. JP15.
JP15.
We just call him like P15.
Yeah, JP15.
JP15. JPiv.
JPivel. JPivot. He's
Jeremy
pivoting.
Piven. Jeremy Piven.
Jeremy Piven.
Oh, Jeremy Piven.
I think we just created a person out of nothing.
Uh,
out of absolutely, like,
Jeremy Piven. You know who
16,
Jeremy Piven is?
16 letters.
Jeremy Piven is Ari from Entourage.
Oh.
Love him. Big fan.
Oh. Was he the main actor, or is he that talent agent guy?
Yeah, he's
or-
the talent agent. Yeah,
Talent agent guy.
he's like definitely the best character in the show.
Yeah, for sure.
He gets really angry, as you know. This Lee Sin might be right now with this team,
I think Caitlyn's the angriest.
the most tilted.
Well, I mean, like when
The
four people,
tiltedest.
when 4 people show up bot, I think you've got to be just pure.
I think when 4 people show up bottom, you're an AD carry player, because that's just how it is, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, like, I can only imagine. Like, I can imagine Sojaded comms. Guys, come, just come down here.
Guys, just TP.
Come down
guys,
here.
guys.
Look, I need help taking this turret. Come down, guys. Come down.
That is an impression if I've ever heard one. Spot on. It's impressive.
His shot calling is impeccable.
Oh!
Oh, they caught him, but they're not going to be able to take him. Ultimate going out onto Veigar, but he manages to survive. Teleport coming in from Darius. They get the pickup onto Lee Sin. as his mind was telling
was a
him
good
yes,
shot.
but his graveyard was telling him no.
That was a really good try. I think had the Wukong come in at the same time there, like had they been
He's walking there now. Huge ultimate Vagar gets taken away by Ignis. And they're going to continue to chase. Morgana picks up that kill onto Darius. That's huge right now. Terrible dive. The ultimate does absolutely nothing. They're turning it around to Sojaded. He gets the shutdown. Caitlyn in a little bit of trouble. Getting knocked into the wall by the Poppy. But here comes Wukong. It's still a 4-for-2 exchange. Double kill going over. But here's the one-on-one. Who takes it? He's going to have his Nimbus strike up very shortly. He's going to... Oh, but Poppy turns it around. Triple kill going over to Wukong. And that's going to tilt Sojaded to a new degree.
That was so bad on so many levels. The Wukong could have come in way earlier and picked up all those kills way earlier. His ult was pretty much... He was just a cleanup there. He was the janitor there. And there was no reason to dive that hard. You don't know where the Wukong is. He's going to come in. He's got TP up. You know, like as the the team captain, Sojaded really needed to rein his team in there.
I blame Braum and Poppy for that dive. They went way too far.
Yeah, they got a little bit caught up in the moment.
Yeah, they were like, "Yes, we're winning!
Oh my God, I've never won a game before."
We got the Lee Sin. That's one kill. Great. We can keep going." No, that was really where things.
Did you say go or no? Go or no?
Go or no?
At least they figured it out now. You know what I mean? It's better they figure it out now than later.
It's true. They're not. They still have a lead, right? The gold is starting to spread out evenly, and Caitlyn's actually in a little bit of trouble. But here comes Morgana. They're going to turn it around onto this Darius. He's 1v1ing here. So many people, so much going on. Vagar, but he takes out Lucian. That's key. But Poppy takes out Caitlyn. Triple kill going over to blue team. That's exactly what they needed. Wukong was really not there. He was kind of, a missing father figure in red team's life. He's generally always not there.
Yeah, he still had TP that time too. I think he TP'd and then canceled it. I believe.
I think red team there was on a single parent income, and blue team was just
they got the tax break, but it wasn't enough.
It was not enough. Blue team's got the mortgage. They've got 5 kids. They're just really, really just the model family.
I mean, yeah, they're the ones with the 401k.
Yeah.
And the other team is,
they're part of the 15%.
They're trying to play the stock market from Google, and it's not working out very well.
Ooh, but JP15 just bought an Apple stock, but looks like he's going to sell it right away.
Yep.
Doesn't want to be too risky.
Yep, Steve Jobs died. Just getting rid of everything.
Oh. Misses the window to buy another stock, but here's the kick.
He's
War
investing
jumps.
in Kanye.
Investing in Kanye. Ignis wants no part of that. Says, Jesus.
Have you seen the Kanye stuff that he's been doing lately?
He's in debt.
$53 million in debt.
He
is tweeting at the founder of Facebook to...
Can I have some money?
Yep. He's he's just messed up, man.
Released his album for free on Tidal.
He said that he was like, you donate all this money to help one school in Africa, like you're really making a difference. Donate to me instead if you really want to help. Like, pretty much word for word.
That guy is something else.
Save your money. Save your money, Just Pure. Don't invest in Kanye. You need to invest in
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar or Taylor Swift.
Yeah, Taylor Swift.
Tay Swift.
Not my favorite person in the world.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
I think I'd rather hang out with Justin
cute,
Bieber
though.
than Taylor Swift, to be honest.
Yeah, it depends.
It depends on the era.
It depends on what? No, not even. Depends on how Taylor Swift's feeling at the time, you know what I'm saying?
It's true.
Shit.
Is she feeling swift? She's trying to get out of there.
She feeling Tay-Tay, you know?
I guess just in time. Right,
Nice.
right, Beebs?
Nice. I could get some pointers from Beeps, I guess.
Pointers from Beebs?
Yeah.
How to cut your hair?
Yeah, exactly.
Dragon for mid lane turret. Is that does that win album of the year?
It wins something of the year.
Ooh. Darius is down, but they're still going to think about getting in on this fight. Here comes Lissandra. She gets kicked away, knocked back, cheaper by the dozen. Huge fight. Just Pure gets caught out, and they're just going to collapse like a dog pile there. Easy Yi gets that one, but they're going to turn it around. Huge ultimate comes from Wukong, and they get a double kill onto the team. Wukong's in a little bit of trouble. He's going to try to get Poppy in the back line, but the Q does connect, and he war jumps over the wall. Double kill going over to Lee Sin. 2 for 2, still alive. Lee Sin's trying to turn it back onto the Poppy, but double kill going over to Lee Sin. He's going to turn it around. Ace! Not enough damage to pick up Easy Yi, and that's going to be clean and clear for Sojaded's face there.
Yeah, worked to it a little bit better that time around. Sojaded picking up that QSS too, keeping himself as free as a bird, just really trying to be able to do as much damage as possible to carry these fights. And he knows that he's going to get exhausted, he's going to get CC'd. He got one Vigar stun and just immediately cleansed it and just went even deeper into that team fight. So, very savage play by him, I've got to say.
I have to say,
What?
Just Pure, that was all your fault. He
Whoa.
was in the conga line. He was leading.
What if somebody told him that he needed to be up front? What if JP15 was like, yo, listen, Galen, like, you've got the longest range, which means you need to be the furthest in front. Because
you need to lead the conga line.
Yeah, man.
Lead the conga line.
You know, I've had this problem as well as something like Shaco or, you know, one of the other just awful champions that I play that can't engage. And I'm like, yo, team, let's go. Let's go, team. You know, I'm playing Bane and I, you know, alt tumble in.
Yeah.
That's just, sometimes you got to do it. And if your team doesn't understand that they need to engage, you got to take things in your own hand and hope that just plays out right.
You know, that's just the way it is.
Things will never be the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. but TBH, honestly, Caitlyn, I don't even know if Morgana shielded her. Oh,
Yeah.
this is good. This is good.
It's great.
This is great. Come on, Scooter. They get the pink ward. That's clean. That's free.
Yeah.
Black Friday sale on the pink wards.
This game's putting me to bed.
I think it's just really, really slow. Slow run. Ooh, great traps there by Caitlyn. Really.
Great utilization of cupcakes.
Yeah. Oh, Poppy in from the Kanye West.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, JP, you pulled the trigger. You pulled the trigger.
Just Pure almost got caught again there.
It's true. They just need to keep poking here. They just need to keep poking here. That's what will get them.
We need to hit those Vigar ultimates or stuns. Ultimates. Hit those Vigar stuns. That's crucial in these fights because they're trying to kite back and re-engage. Like they're going back in when the cooldown's
Look at that
down,
vision.
but then they miss, man. They just miss all
4
their
pink
abilities.
wards in the vicinity. Just look at that.
That is one
Uh-oh.
busy bush.
Just Pure getting caught out once again. Ren is at the front of the line, gets taken out by the Caitlyn. They get the pick up onto Morgana as well, and now it's going to be 4 against 2. Wukong's not going to be able to really do a whole lot, so they're going to have to retreat a little bit. But yeah, no, that was a good engage, and they had the vision to do so, right? They had vision everywhere. And, you know, do you think that's the team, or do you think that's Sojaded constantly saying pink wards, pink wards, pink wards?
You know, I don't know. I don't read minds. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Because Easy, he's all about the colors, you know what I mean? He wants to keep things flashy. He plays Poppy. He likes pink. There's something wrong with his head, I guess. So he's always thinking about wards. He's always like, wards, 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 wards.
I love this Lee Sin. He had the
That's
Wraith
funny,
buff,
That
and
is
he was
funny.
taking the pink ward instead of the other ward. JP15, will you marry me? This is a proposal on stream.
Yeah, he's cute.
He's cute.
For sure.
Jeez. I think the blue team's in a better position than they were in 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
10 minutes ago.
Yeah. I hope it is Sojaded making all these ward calls because that's a good sign for the future. Because if he's able to do that now, then he should be able to do it at all times, right?
Yeah.
Whereas it's easy to word when you're ahead. It's hard to word when you're behind.
Yeah.
And if you can tell people to do it and they're listening, then you know that means a lot for the future game.
Yeah, and I think really right now the 1-0-4 split push is good. It's good for the team to keep Darius up in the top lane. Like he can 1v1 Wukong fairly easily.
Yeah.
And now they're just rotating towards that mid lane together.
Yeah, even though they gave Wukong the triple kill, that was really the one thing that made me really worried about the game moving forward. But obviously Darius has got quite a few more kills under his belt.
It's true. They are going to pinch in this turret, and that leaves all outer turrets gone. And all that's left is to break into the base. Now, I think that red team does have really good zoning tools. Cupcakes, Morgana Binds, Veigar stuns. They just have they have a pretty decent zoning kit. And it's going to be really hard for this team to get in, especially when you have a disengaged comp, right? You don't really, Lissandra's your engage, and if Morgana lands a good spell shield, it's not. See, look at that.
That's actually really good.
That's
get a
really
lot of damage
good.
here.
Yeah, but Wukong didn't pull the trigger.
Unfortunately.
Lee Sin's gonna go in. Oh!
Alright, Veigar stuns up again.
Oh, this is it. He's going in.
Nope. No, I don't
No,
think.
they're patient.
Yeah, I think they're just going to
patient.
wave clear and wave clear and wave clear, which I actually really disagree with, because if you take a look at the bottom lane, there's a huge wave building up, so they're going to be getting pinched.
This is
on
it.
both sides.
This is it. Here we go. They have the huge ultimate, but Lissandra ults herself. They get Sojaded gets the kill. They get the turret, but what else is going to happen? They're just CCing this red team absolutely to no end. And the huge culling just finishes off Caitlyn.
Yeah.
Great, clean team fight. They were able to tank a lot of damage. I think that Wukong, Lissandra ulted herself, and that's what really just won the fight. Wukong went in, and the rest of the team followed up, and they thought it was a good idea. But at the end of the day, it wasn't the greatest idea.
Yeah, there's no way to really separate those guys in the fight. You know what I mean? As soon as that back line of the red team gets like broken, you know what I mean? Once the front line gets into that back line, there's not a lot that you can do.
Nice try though, Lee Sin. He's delaying them. The game's not over yet. He's doing a good job of annoying them.
Yeah, I'd actually like to see what Lee Sin kicked in that fight. I think that is crucial. He needed to kick out that front line immediately. I think he went in and tried to make a play.
Yeah.
Which should be used a little bit more defensively.
Yeah. Oh, he's actually really aggressive now.
I think he's going to hit it. I think he's got it. He's got it. He's got it. Yikes.
Moby's kicked in. When Moby's kick in,
yikes.
You know?
Yeah, yikes. He is... Maybe I jinxed him.
Jinx with a capital J right at the front of his name. It's going to be the second dragon. I'm surprised that they both have dragon. That's pretty... It's not too bad. Puts them at an even footing. But is there a possibility for red team to still make a comeback? Yes. It's just going to be really grinded out.
Oh, yeah. It'll need to be some crazy misplays like we saw before with the Wukong getting the triple. He needs like another one of those at the very least. Whereas the blue team just needs to go bottom, and they can slowly push up, and they will win. They just need to wait till the minion waves are in a point where they would, take a tower anyways if they lost the team fight, and then they just go all in.
Yeah,
and
what Lee Sin and Wukong need to do is zone. Veigar needs to zone. Everybody needs to zone Caitlyn so that she can just have like a field day, right?
Yeah.
But Lissandra's been going in, Poppy's been going in, Darius has been going in, and nobody's been stopping these people.
Yeah, it's like the thing that really takes care of Darius is CC. But there's nothing, there's nothing to separate them in the fight. There's nothing to, they just walk forward and they just get slowed once or twice. But, they've got either Merc Treads or QSS or whatever, and they just run right at them. Oh, once that backline's compromised, that's all you can do.
Oh, beautiful pickup onto Lissandra. This is exactly what they need, but Wukong's falling dangerously low. Ignis picks that one up. And Ignis goes a little bit too deep. He wants that Lee Sin, tries to get the dunk, but it's not going to be enough. They do finish off the turret, and they are focusing down the inhibitor. But this should be the turnaround that they need. They're trying to get... Oh, the ultimate does land onto Morgana. Poppy goes in onto the Veigar, but will he have enough damage to take care of Poppy? No, he won't. Here comes Lee Sin, gets the pick up there, but Caitlyn is dead. He connects the Q, but will it be enough damage? Yes, it will be. and he's going to continue to chase onto Sojaded, but you can't
Passive still up. He does
passive.
get the turnaround.
Oh, misses the snare, but
Exhaust. He's got no QSS.
oh,
He did have QSS. Oh my God, he did have
no.
QSS.
Come on!
Oh! That was crazy.
No, don't take wolves! Oh my God, this is like the craziest game. Like, this is, I think, my most, like, each game is like the last game of Solo Queue Legends 1.
Man.
So far, it's been bananas. And I have to say, I want more Captain Draft. I want more Captain Draft.
I
this
bet
is just...
you Sojaded is Sojaded after that. For real though. Like, for real though. He QSS'd and then dashed without being stunned and then went into it. Like, he didn't QSX the exhaust. He waited. Oh my goodness, just so many issues coming out from Sojaded. What are you doing? Get it together.
I think the comebacks are real in these games, and I have to say that even though some of these teams are on the more disorganized side of things, I think that some of these disorganized teams have a lot to show for themselves, and so far, the red team's been doing some really interesting plays. Now, blue team has decided to start off the Baron. They are denying the vision inside. The traps are laid down. They do throw another ward in. Caitlyn's been poking out this team. So far, it's been working in their favor. They're going to try to pick up that pink ward, but they're just going to retreat. 2 inhibitors knocking down the door of the next Nexus turrets. Wow, this is just really, really. Okay, all right. They go back onto the Baron. Wukong's defending the Nexus. I don't think that red team's going to be able to take this Baron, but they might be able to steal it. That's really what they might be able to do here. Lissandra goes in, ults onto Caitlyn, but it's not going to be enough. The ultimate comes out. Braum gets a double kill for red team as well. Wukong's cleaning up the minions. Poppy's still taking Baron. Lee Sin's falling dangerously low, turns it around. Sojaded picks that one up, and that's going to be a big mistake. Teleport coming in from Darius. He's going to teleport to the inhibitor. They're going to hopefully try to end this game. He's running straight for the Nexus. Wukong's in a little bit of trouble. He's going to have to do like whatever he can. It's not going to be enough. I think that's going to be game. That was just it's tough. It's tough being a Caitlyn on such a team. I think that red team did play very well, but blue team was just better. Blue team was just better. They did make a couple of mistakes, but it was just. I'm glad that you've joined us. It was just a Baron call.
Yeah, it's tough being on anyone's team.
Yeah.
As a Caitlyn.
Yeah.
To be honest, she's cool, but she just how is a gun like a sniper rifle gonna compete to 2 like crazy light slingers?
Yeah.
It's like the Matrix versus like
Look at that damage, though. That's just
savage. Yeah.
That's savagery at its finest.
At the same time, he is pretty jaded.
Yeah.
I can tell. But at the same time, it's like if you're doing that much work in a game, that's not looking good because people can just camp you.
Yeah.
And if you're like that much of a factor in the game, then
yeah. You know what? I think that regardless of the fact of whoever wins today, so far the games have been really enjoyable.
Hell yeah, man.
So much better than some of our
the
other
thing
games
is,
that we're
too,
used
these
to.
games have the 2 games that we've seen. The 2 winners have been the teams that have been drafted by captains, whereas the 2 losers have been the bot teams, the guys that have just been drafted by the computer, by the old kind of strategy that we used. So it's good to see a little bit of leadership coming through. I love that.
And we'll be right back after this. We'll have more League of Legends coming your way. Don't go anywhere.